to say hello and thank you very much for joining our webinar. We appreciate whenever you guys take a few minutes out of your day to spend some time with us. We appreciate that you are our clients, and I just want to say thank you. I know Kim usually does these webinars. She is traveling today, so I am jumping in for her. Just to kind of remind you, my name is Lisa Defoe. I'm co-founder of SocialNewsDesk. Everyone on the call, I think, for the most part, is a client, but just to just kind of refresh everyone's memory, we are a social media management platform, software that you use mainly in your newsroom to really manage social media in terms of Facebook and Twitter and all the strategy that comes along with that. And then part two of what we do is we provide all those really cool apps that allow you guys to run really fun contests, build likes on your page, build likes on your sponsor's page, and also monetize social media. So my information's up on the screen. If anyone wants to reach out to me after this, we would love that. My email address, edefoe@socialnewsdesk.com, and I'm on Twitter at SND. So throughout this, what has now become a tradition for our launch parties when we tell you guys about new features that are part of Social News Desk is we essentially call it a launch party. We want you to tweet your party pictures. So if you guys are sitting in a conference room with a bunch of your fellow employees like WPSD sitting there, we want you to tweet your picture to us. If you're sitting alone with lunch at your desk, we're cool with anything. So send us your most creative picture. Whoever wins is going to get $100. I have it sitting on my desk to remind me to send it out. And make sure you use the hashtag SNDnew. The reason is Jenny Kuglin is going to be monitoring that hashtag, and she'll keep track of all those pictures, and we'll choose one this afternoon to make sure that somebody gets their $100. All right, so let's get right into it. You know, like that we like to be very respectful of your time. We know you're busy. The brand new SND features that we have rolled out, here's a list of them. You now have dashboard tabs, which should help you organize and hopefully help you really keep everything a little bit more manageable now that you guys are growing your social media presence. We now have follow buttons on contests, so that's going to make it a lot easier in terms of contesting to do a little bit more campaigning through Twitter. We also have a Twitter contest app that we can make available to you and a poll app. The way that this works is we do have to roll it out to all of our stations, so if you want it right away, just send us a quick email and we can get it set up for you guys sooner rather than later. So that being said, let's go ahead and start it off with dashboard tabs. You should see this live on your dashboard already. So essentially at the top of your dashboard, you now have the ability to organize it into different tabs. So you'll see one that's already named Home, and from there you can click the little plus button to the right of it and add your own unique name to it. So if you guys want to have various tabs, you decide what they're called. You can even change the name of the one that's called Home. From there, you can decide how you want to order it. So essentially, you'll have a list that pops up. Over on the left-hand side, there is the drag to reorder option. You do have an unlimited number of tabs, so make as many as you want and name them whatever you want so that it makes sense for you and your workflow. One little important note about this, as you're creating your tabs on your dashboard, make sure that you click the Save button. That's just imperative to make sure that you get what you want. So at the end of that, click Save. To give you an idea, you know, people are organizing this in many different fashions. You can have your main home tab. You can have a list tab. You can switch one out for sports, breaking news, reporters, competitors, whatever really works for your workflow and that you want to keep track of. But again, just a great way to be able to stay organized now that social media is so vast and certainly such a big part of everybody's job who is on this call. The second feature I want to go ahead and go over is the follow button on contests. For a long time now, you've been able to add Facebook likes to your various contest platforms, but now when you go to that tab within our contest platform setup, you're going to see the option where it says social URLs to not only add your Facebook like, but to also add your Twitter follow button. So the way that you want to do that is I would say go ahead and seek out the Twitter page that you want to add. Make sure you grab the full URL from that page, copy it, and then paste it inside that option. And we'll go ahead and generate the follow button. So if you have any questions about that, let us know. But essentially it will look like this. This is going to be a great ability for you to not only decide, hey, we want Facebook likes and Twitter follows within our contesting platform, but you can also decide what order. So what I mean by that is, you know, if you're working on a campaign and there's one sponsor who perhaps is much more important than the other sponsors in that list, then you can go ahead and move them to the top. Same thing if you want to make sure that the station's Facebook or Twitter page is up at the top, you do have control now over the display order. So that's a great feature and certainly something that will be helpful to you as you're deciding priority on your contest follow and like buttons. So I'm talking a lot about sponsors. One of the big reasons to add Twitter follows in there is to help your sponsors get more Twitter followers. So make sure that, you know, you're able to use their page and run contests that integrate both Facebook and Twitter for them, or just Facebook or just Twitter. And then what you can also do is use this feature to really help your staff or your special accounts within your station build new likes on their Twitter accounts. So those are really the general uses for it. The third new feature that we've rolled out that is available to you now is the Twitter contest app. So the concept behind this is that you are building a contest within our application manager. So if you went ahead and used something like the new Facebook contest, you would build a contest just as you always have. When you add the like button, certainly if this is focusing on Twitter, you want to keep the focus there, so add the Twitter like button, or Twitter follow buttons rather. And then when you go to launch this on Twitter, what you want to do is just take the mobile link from within the application manager and then promote the contest on Twitter that way. So you take the link, you go ahead and tweet the contest, like make sure that you enter our contest, click here, and then just inherently built in there, you'll see the follow buttons and a way for people to be able to enter the contest. So again, just a nice new way to be able to get a little bit more interest on Twitter. I know that a lot of the stations that we work with focus highly on Facebook, so we really wanted to give you guys new avenues to build your Twitter following even more. Again, when you are running a Twitter contest, one important thing is to ask for retweets. That's going to be a great way for you guys to kind of get that going and make it a very obvious attempt to get more retweets out there. So make sure that you do that. And then just keep in mind that the contest is mobile friendly. So people are going to be able to enter from their phones, which we know is probably where they're entering from anyway. The other feature and last feature that I want to go over is our polling app. We built this out, and I think it's really great. It's very simple to set up, and one of the big considerations that we had was that you guys don't have a ton of time. So we wanted to give you guys a polling app that was easy to set up and didn't take a ton of time out of your day, and I think we accomplished this. So when I talk about apps, this is going to be the app that lives on your Facebook timeline, although this does work if you want to go ahead and tweet it, or if you want to put it on your website within an iframe. Those are all possibilities. But if you want to attach it to Facebook, then it's certainly a Facebook polling app as well. Here's what it looks like. I split the screen shots up a little bit because it is, a long vertical display. But essentially, you have a banner at the top that you can go ahead and upload. Something super generic. I can provide this to you as soon as today, just a banner that says, "What do you think?" Or you can go ahead and get something made that's a little bit more involved, that has your logo on it, that eventually has a sponsor's logo on it. So within the polling app, you guys have a lot of options. You have the options to get Facebook likes. You have the option to get Twitter follows. So that's really going to be step one if you decide to do that. Step two within the polling app is the option to collect data. So you can make it as complex as you want and get a lot of different data fields in there, or you could skip that step altogether and not have people enter their data. From there, you'll go ahead and put together some sort of poll. So you'll ask a question, in this case, just something very generic to show you guys what we're talking about. What show are you talking about the most? And the abilities that you have through deciding your options with the poll are to upload just text. You can upload just pictures, or you can upload a combination of text and pictures. So within the application setup, you'll see the option to choose one or the other, or to choose both at the same time. So in terms of how you choose, people will see this layout. They'll very quickly select their choice within that little bubble. The nice part about this is, you do have those clickable banners at the top and the bottom. So if people were to click through, it would redirect them wherever you decided they should go. So that could be your website. It could be your sponsor's website. It could be your sponsor's Facebook page, if that's where you want to send people. And then, of course, just like every app that we have, the ability to share it on Facebook, which we know is very important to help get that viral ability going. So just keep that in mind when you do post this poll. You can really encourage people to share it. It's not a contest, so you're not really running into any weird rules about that kind of stuff. You can just let them know, hey, share this poll and make sure that all your friends answer the question. And then in terms of the results you guys are getting back, once somebody enters the poll, they will see the results if you decide that you want them to. You can keep those hidden if you want. You can do it in terms of actual number of votes or percentages. And just keep in mind, sometimes percentages are a lot more impressive. Once you get those results, you are able to then do something with them. So share them on the air. We encourage you to share them online. And of course, we're going to encourage you to share them on social. So take that poll and keep the conversation going. Make sure that you do something with those results. I also just kind of want to touch on the polling app and the mobile view. It looks really good. When you scroll through your phone, top to bottom, it's a really streamlined display. So you'll see step one, you'll see step two, you'll see step three, and then it's touch responsive. So if you want to vote that way, then certainly it's very easy. And again, just going back to the fact that we're all mobile users in a very big way, that's going to be very convenient for your users. This is all the new stuff that we have released this week. What I also want to touch on is some other new stuff, in case you missed it, that we've released over the past few weeks. So the Reach module, the Demographics module, filter choices in the Post Manager, the ability to target a post on Facebook, and then the ability to boost a post on Facebook. So to just kind of go over these things quickly, within your social news report, I just want to remind you guys that you do have the ability to just keep tabs on Reach. This is a new feature that we have, so the Reach module would be there. You can pull it up and get a 6-week, 8-week, 10-week, and 12-week view. So those are all very convenient to keep track of. In terms of demographics, just getting some really good information based on the demographics of your Facebook page. Everybody kind of knows who the main demographic is on Facebook, but it's really interesting to see just kind of the variances from station to station and where you guys are really excelling, so that you also know where else you can target. Filter choices. Inside your Post Manager, we are offering some new options there. You can filter it to just show your Facebook posts. You can filter it to just show your Twitter posts. So we really encourage you to get into your Post Manager, click around. You really can't mess anything up, and just make sure you know about all the different abilities that are in there. Targeting a post on Facebook. You can now do that through SocialNewsDesk. We know that a lot of our clients use SocialNewsDesk partially for security reasons, and so a lot of you only have access to Facebook solely through SocialNewsDesk, and there's still the ability and the desire to be able to target your posts. You do have to be given that privilege within SocialNewsDesk, and just contact us if you need that ability. We just have to get it approved by a manager. But just to let you know, you can now target your Facebook post in terms of country, state, region, city, gender, and age. So those are all abilities that you guys now have. And then, of course, the ability to boost a post on Facebook, which is very important. Essentially, this is if you want to get a post promoted a little bit more than usual and get more than your natural or your organic reach, you would click Boost Post. It works very similarly to the way that it works on Facebook, and then the credit card that's associated with that page will get charged. Again, not everybody automatically gets this feature. You do have to be given the privilege within SocialNewsDesk, but I know that a lot of our stations use this when they are promoting a contest or anything of that sort. It allows you to choose the dollar amount, it allows you to target the location, and then certainly gender and age, just like you would on Facebook. So those are all just really good considerations. In the pipeline, we have this coming out soon, and we'll release it fairly soon. A new look to the Headlines app. We've just kind of updated it a little bit. We've been around for a while, so it was due for a makeover. So you guys will be getting this. What we encourage you to do is go into your Headlines app once this is released. Make sure that your graphic is updated. I would definitely encourage all of the stations on this call to update your banner. I think that it's one of those things that if you're not reminded, you might just have the old banner, and at this point it might be outdated. So we certainly want you to have something new and fresh looking, and then you'll get a look at the new Headlines app. So if you have any questions about any of those things, let us know, and we can certainly help you with that. And in most cases, I know that there are some stations that are, a little bit short on time and don't necessarily always have access to graphics. So if you ever need something that's fairly generic and you just need it quickly, generally I have a few of those things that I can offer you and send your way to use in the interim while you have graphics made specifically for the polling app if you want to start using that right away. All right, so just to encourage you, we'd love for you guys to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. All of our information is up there. If you're not already doing that, please just go click. It doesn't take very long. And then our email address to reach out to all of SocialNewsDesk's support staff is on the screen, support@socialnewsdesk.com. And then just to remind you, if you haven't taken your picture yet, do so now. I know somebody in the room has a phone. You can make it a selfie, do whatever you want, but we want to make sure that somebody who got creative certainly gets the $100 that we're very happy to send out. So again, my name is Elisa Defoe. I'm co-founder and VP of Social ROI at SocialNewsDesk. All my contact information is on the screen. A party hack to just kind of keep that tradition going. But I appreciate your time, and thank you guys very much for joining us today.